everyone. I'm Robyn Zimmerman, and this is Talk of the Town. With me once again is Spiritual Fire with Carolee. How are you? Good to see you.
Robyn, great to see you. Thank you.
In October, you went on a pilgrimage to Fatima in Portugal.
Yes.
What expectations did you have about that pilgrimage? Just talk about that.
Yes, thank you, Robyn. I knew that I would see a miracle or experience an encounter that was very, very real to me. Again, we went on a pilgrimage to Fatima and we ended at Lourdes, France. And I went with this expectation. We went with the Bishop of Pittsburgh, Bishop Walter Scheid, and randomly, I was selected to give the reading at Bishop Walter Scheid's English Mass. There was hundreds of people at the Marian Shrine itself, and we were at the apparition site where the Blessed Mother actually appeared.
And did you have an encounter? This is what I'm understanding with David, the Irish mystic.
Yes.
You want to share with our audience a little bit about that encounter?
I knew after years of having such types of random God incidences, if you will, that I knew without a doubt when the deacon asked me to give the reading in Nehemiah 8, that what a privilege. Again, hearing my grandmother, my Italian Catholic grandmother, talk about this since the time I was 3 or 4. So I was not nervous at all. There was a gal from Guam who gave the responsorial psalm. And, you know, we were there in front of people milling in and out because they say masses throughout the day for months and months out of the year. So it was a beautiful blue sky day. It was just magnificent. So after I gave my reading, Nehemiah 8, which remarkably is about reinforcing the city of Jerusalem. It's quite amazing. I had to go back and read the segment. I came out the back, exited by the officials, and thinking, oh, dear Lord in heaven, I hope somebody grabbed my camera bag and my purse because I just went right into this thing. I knew I had to do this for God. I was so privileged to be feet on the ground, on holy ground. And I turned the corner and I was approached by an Irish mystic. And I only knew that later, and his name was David.
And he gave you his card.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And this was not his card per se, but we were talking so quickly, and I knew it was the Holy Spirit, and he was imparting so much information, I knew I wanted to talk with him again. His brother had died a few months before, and he was staying in a hotel behind the basilica with his friends, so to speak. Never found out his last name, never found out what town in Ireland he was from. What I did find out in an hour and a half was that he had experienced 2 miracles. He heard an audible voice of God. He turned away from the faith and became a gambler, lost everything, sort of a Job story, lost his wife, everything. Right. And then he was about to gamble again, and he heard the Lord's voice in an audible, soft, sweet voice. I would rather you didn't.
And he told you all of this?
Yes, he told me all of this in an hour and a half. Robyn, it was so, my friend, there's always a witness in these encounters. Yes, my friend Cindy heard everything. Halfway through this, tears coming down her face. We knew when he didn't ask for money, or he knew he sensed in my spirit that I would share his story. Right. I approached him. The first words out of my mouth were, after we kind of connected, and there's crowds and there's all these people around, and then time just stood still and the crowds dissipated. And
what is this?
And I said, oh my goodness, I'm supposed to have a miraculous medal. I was not raised Catholic. I've been married 40 years, and I finished my sacraments before I was married. So I didn't even know the meaning, per se, of the miraculous. And out of his bag came a handful of these.
It's a gold, yes.
Yes, very inexpensive. And once again, I knew in my spirit, Robyn, I was to share these.
To share this and share the stories.
Yes.
And so Carolee has so many stories to share and a longer version of all of this. Unfortunately, our time is up. But she has a YouTube channel, and it is at SpiritualFire-with-Carolee. And so you can hear many more inspirational stories by Carolee. Spiritual Fire by Carolee. Thank you so much for being with us. And we'll see you again next time.
Okay. And I did post that on the YouTube.
Yep, perfect.
Recently, yes.
Okay, very good.
And there
your
is
website
the big miracle
big-
on the YouTube.
Thank you, Carolee.
Thank you.